West Virginia's in the hunt for a wide receivers coach. Who should it be? Stay tuned. I'll give you a list. What is up, college sports fans, fellow members of Mountaineer Nation? This is Couz. I'm coming to you once again with another episode of Couz's Corner, where I serve up college football and college basketball content darn near every day. If you like that kind of stuff, hit the red subscribe button for me, please. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button right underneath the. Let's get on with the show. I did a video a few days ago giving you 3 candidates who I thought would be potential replacements for Gerad Parker as the wide receivers coach at West Virginia. Well, since I did that video, there's been some reactions on Facebook, Twitter, all around social media, and I've came up with some other names. And I'm going to share those with you and tell you why these guys might be even better candidates than the last ones I shared with you. Candidate number 1, he's already on the staff at West Virginia as an analyst. His name was Ryan Nehlen. He's an offensive analyst at West Virginia right now. We all know him as the grandson of the great Don Nehlen, former West Virginia coach. Nehlen played wide receiver at West Virginia during the transition period between Bill Stewart and Dana Holgorsen. Was a 2-year letterman there, graduated 2012. Then he got into coaching. He's been a grad assistant at places like Akron, Marshall, and even served 2 years as a grad assistant at Michigan under Jim Harbaugh. He also served 1 season at Glenville State as their wide receivers coach. Ever since 2018, he's been on the staff at West Virginia as an analyst. Advantages of Nehlen: he's already on the staff. You don't have to go out and hire anybody else. Neil Brown's already worked with him for 3 seasons. You know what to expect with him. You just give him a promotion, a little bit of a pay bump, done deal. Disadvantages: recruiting and experience. Nehlen's only got 1 year as an actual wide receivers coach, and I don't know his background in recruiting. Don't know if he'd be able to recruit the state of Florida, which is what we need, in my opinion, with Travis Trickett being gone. Can Nehlen recruit Florida? Number 2 on the list, someone else who has experience at West Virginia, someone most of you probably know, Doc Holliday. Most of you probably know Holliday as the head coach at Marshall University. He was the head coach at Marshall for 11 seasons, from 2010 through 2020. Did not get his contract renewed in 2021, thanks in major part to our governor, Jim Justice, who apparently didn't want Doc Holliday to return as coach. In his 11 seasons at Marshall, he finished 85-54 with 8 winning seasons, 1 conference championship, and went 6-2 in bowl games. He's the second winningest coach in Marshall football history behind Bob Pruitt. Doc Holliday has a lot of ties to West Virginia University. Number 1, he's a West Virginia native. He's from Hurricane, West Virginia. Played linebacker at West Virginia University in the 70s. Once he got out of playing, he became a grad assistant at West Virginia in 1979 and stayed on staff at West Virginia through 1999, coaching several different positions, but most of his tenure was spent coaching wide receivers. He left West Virginia in 2000, and from 2000 to 2007, he spent time at North Carolina State and Florida, coaching several positions and also acting as recruiting coordinator. While coaching under Urban Meyer at Florida in 2005, he was named by Rivals as a top 25 recruiter in the nation. And what state did he recruit? Florida. He was a great recruiter. 2008, he was hired by Bill Stewart to come back to be on West Virginia staff, to act again as recruiting coordinator. And he helped Bill Stewart land one of the top classes in West Virginia history in that 2008 class, a class that ranked 36 nationally. Doc Holliday was actually rumored to be the top candidate for the West Virginia head coaching job. When Rich Rodriguez left for Michigan, instead they ended up giving it to Stewart. And then he was on West Virginia staff in 2008 through 2009, and then was hired in 2009 to be Marshall's head coach. Doc Holliday is 64 years old. He's been a year out of coaching. Will he be interested in getting back into coaching? Who knows? Does he have experience working in an air raid offense? I don't know, but with his experience, in as many years as he's been around the game, I'm sure he's either coached it or coached against it at some point in his career. And if not, he can learn it. He obviously knows the game of football, been around it his whole life. And as good a recruiter as Doc Holliday is, and as good as he recruits the state of Florida, that would not be a bad hire at all, in my opinion. Next on the list, a former Mountaineer player and receiver, Daikiel Shorts. Daikiel Shorts played at West Virginia under Dana Holgorsen. Caught 176 balls for 2,246 yards. Was one of Skylar Howard's most reliable receivers, especially on third down. Then after his playing career was over, he wasn't able to make an NFL roster. So in 2018, he joined Dana Holgerson's staff as a grad assistant. Well, when Dana left West Virginia, he took Daikiel Shorts with him to Houston and promoted him to Director of Player Development. Daikiel Shorts served in that role for 2 seasons, in 2019 and 2020, and then in 2021, Daikiel Shorts got promoted to wide receivers coach at Houston. So he's served as wide receivers coach for 1 season under Dana at Houston. The positives of Daikiel Shorts, obviously he knows the air raid offense by playing and coaching for Dana Holgerson. The negatives, obviously experience. Only has the 1 season experience in wide receivers coach and only 3 years coaching experience altogether. Don't know anything about his recruiting. Not sure what areas of the country he recruits, but if he does have a Florida connection, and because he might not be a bad hire either, if he can recruit the state of Florida. And last but not least, the guy who Daikiel Shorts replaced at Houston, Tyron Carrier. West Virginia fans, you know that name. Tyron Carrier coached at West Virginia under Dana Holgerson from 2016 through 2018 as the wide receivers coach. He was a Houston alum, so when Dana gave him the opportunity to go with him to Houston, he jumped on it. He was actually Dana's assistant head coach and wide receivers coach at Houston. Well, for whatever reason, in 2021, Houston and Carrier decided to go their separate ways, which led the way for Daikiel Shorts to get promotion. Well, Carrier has been out of coaching ever since. When Carrier was at West Virginia, he coached receivers such as David Seals, Gary Jennings, Karan White, Shelton Gibson, Daikiel Shorts, Marcus Sims, etc. A couple of those guys had 1,000-yard seasons. Several of them had 900-yard seasons. So Tyron Carrier has experience coaching really good wide receivers. At least 3 of those guys made NFL rosters. David Seals, Gary Jennings, and Shelton Gibson have all played and spent time in the NFL in some fashion. So he has proven success as a wide receivers coach. Has coached up a lot of good, talented players. He knows how to recruit. He's done it. He's been there. So the positives to Tyron Carrier, obviously his experience. He has experience as a wide receivers coach since 2016. He has experience in the air raid offense, playing in it and coaching it with Dana. The negatives, I'm not sure if he recruits Florida. I know he has spent most of his career in Texas, playing and coaching in Texas, so that's where most of his connections probably are. But I don't know his recruiting background at Houston. If there's a Houston fan watching this, or someone who knows Tyron Carrier's coaching history and recruiting history, let me know in the comments. Can he recruit the state of Florida? Does he have connections there? And I'll tell you what else makes this one intriguing is Tyron Carrier posted on Twitter a few days ago that he's available to coach. He also put a tweet out that said, I develop receivers. So Tyron Carrier is looking for work. He's a wide receivers coach. West Virginia needs a wide receivers coach. Could be the perfect fit. Be interesting to see if Neil Brown gives him a call. West Virginia fans jumped all over those tweets, even copying Neil Brown in, asking him to go give Tyron Carrier a call. So is Tyron Carrier the best candidate? I've now given you 7 candidates. The 3 in the first video and the 4 in this one. Of all 7 candidates, my favorite is Tyron Carrier. He's got proven experience. He's coached really good receivers. He's put receivers in the NFL. I mean, heck, David Seals was a quarterback. Tyron Carrier coached him into a great receiver at West Virginia. And one more thing about Carrier. When he put one of the tweets out about developing receivers or being available, one of West Virginia's wide receivers, I think it was Bryce Ford Wheaton, retweeted it with exclamation points. So I think West Virginia's current receiving core and wide receiver room would buy in to him being their wide receivers coach because they know it's a guy that comes in with a track record and experience. Let me know in the comments what you think. Who do you think would be the best person to land the job? Who do you think Neil Brown should hire for the position? I'd love to know. Do you think Ryan Nehlen's the best candidate? Do you think Doc Holliday's the best candidate? Do you think they should go try to steal Daikiel Shorts away from Houston or take Tyron Carrier off the unemployment line, put him back in Morgantown, let him coach up this receiving core we got, get him to the next level? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear your opinion. Don't forget, guys, to please like and subscribe. If you want to support me financially, you can do so through Patreon or through YouTube channel memberships, which all you got to do is hit the join button right underneath this video. If you're a Tom Brady fan, check out Tom Brady memorabilia with this link right here. If you use it, I'll get a little commission. I appreciate you tuning in. Q Country Roads.